So Elon Musk buys Twitter. Do you think he regrets it now, all the effort that went into it, all the money that he's lost, or is it worth it because it's such a bigger platform for him?
You know, there are times he regrets it. There are times he says, man, AI is so important. I should be focusing on that. You know, I wish I weren't having to spend so much time on Twitter. But then there's times like he's a giddy child. He's got the biggest playground in the world. He used to be beaten up when he was a kid on the playground. Now he owns it. And he's doing things that he really likes at Twitter, turning it into a payments platform, a place for content like video. So a lot of the times he's truly excited about it.
Is part of changing the name to X sort of erasing what happened before and putting his own stamp on it, almost as if he's starting it like from scratch?
Well, partly it's he wants to create what he tried to do 20 years ago. We had a company called X that morphed into PayPal, and he wanted it to not just be a payments platform, but a social media and payments and content creation platform, sort of like WeChat or some of the Everything app. And now he thinks he's making the Everything app.
Artificial intelligence, it's the hot topic right now. I feel like it's one of the top topics on Elon Musk's mind. Obviously, he has his own AI companies. He's invested in them from very early on, including OpenAI. He has this vision of AI as being almost apocalyptic if misused. Has he sold you in your conversations on his view of AI being dangerous if not carefully controlled or regulated?
Well, I think it may be dangerous, but am I ever going to be as apocalyptic as Elon Musk? I mean, he gets apocalyptic about things. He read Isaac Asimov novels far too often when he was a young kid sitting in the corner of the bookstore with no friends. And ever since he and Demis Hassabis and then Sam Altman were getting involved in this 10 years ago, he felt that artificial intelligence could wander off without us if we didn't put guardrails in, and that's what he's worried about. Yeah.
If we didn't make it sort of connect with us in a way.
Right, and that's what Neuralink is about. A chip in the brain that connects you directly to your computer so that there's an alignment, as you would say, between your will and agency and what your computers are doing.
What we want as people and what the computers want need to be in alignment.
Totally in alignment, and you know, if you read a lot of science fiction, you worry that that ain't going to happen.
100 years from now, another biographer is writing about Elon Musk from further away in the future. Have we sanded off the rough edges? Has he become seen as a net force for good, or do his darker impulses, that dark mode, does that win out in our historical view?
Well, in the end, the historical view is about the impact you had. His dark mode, him being a jerk or even an asshole at times, that'll be known. But if he truly gets rocket ships that can get astronauts into orbit very regularly, eventually gets one to Mars, eventually brings us into self-driving vehicles, brings us into the era of all EVs, I think he'll be seen. You can go back to Henry Ford, horrible guy in many ways, very rough edges, but we remember Henry Ford more for the Model T and the assembly line, even though we should remember the dark sides too.